A new season is here. We're still predicted to struggle, but we've got some new faces in. Hopefully, we can continue the form we ended last season on and go and win this league. Yes, welcome back, viewers. We're back for another season here with ATM. You can see we've made 9 transfers in, 9 outbound, leaving the club Carudin left on a free transfer to Mayong City. We've replaced him, he wasn't going to be playing here. Ghazali to Paralysis United for 1.2 rising to 1.4k. Samatam Balagamoran both leaving the club as well. Obviously, Ahmet played pretty well for us last season. He had a contract offer come in for him from Malacca. He just wasn't interested in re-signing with us at all. So, yeah, he left there as well. Mafan, Yassin, Ali, Samat and Zakaria all out on loan. And Zainal to Paralysis United for 1.6 rising to 1.8k. Coming in, we've had a couple of Brazilians coming in. First of all is Jose. He can play out on the right, centre mid, centre attacking mid. Wherever we want him to, he'll fill that attacking mid role pretty well for us. Very, very good for a team of our level. A young Brazilian guy, maybe one that we could be seeing quite a lot of as we go through this career. Jonathan Delira, also Brazilian, holding midfielder, centre midfielder. We've got him training in centre midfield. Obviously, we don't play with a holding midfield. Another fantastic young Brazilian player joining us on a free transfer. Looking forward to using him as well this season coming. Fidelis Samat can play anywhere across that back line. Very young player again. We've gone for a lot of youth this season, but he brings in a bit of extra cover all across the defensive line while still learning his trade. We've also got Yassin, free transfer, play centre midfield. We've got him training as a winger, 20 years old. Another one for the future at this club here. Because obviously, like I say, I'm not playing this as this is going to be a long-term club, but I'm still wanting to play this as realistic. So we've got to think about the club's future as well. Abdeen comes in, 23-year-old defender. Again, just cover for positions that we've lost players in. Jagan also centre midfielder from Malaysia, 28-year-old, more cover there as well. Jasmine coming in, centre midfield, 26-year-old Malaysian. He looks pretty decent as well for us. Thiago Arubarena, Argentinian, can play right or left or up top. Another one, hot prospect for the future. Another South African. South American coming in. That's not South Africa, that's South America. And finally, Alfredo Cristaldo. He, again, looks very, very good for a team at this level. Can play on the left wing, behind the striker, or as a striking role. The main reason I signed him was his name. Clearly, with a name like Cristaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo put together, he's going to be as good as him. So he's come in. The issue is we're only allowed 3 non-Asian players, so obviously one of these won't be registered. We're going to try and look at loaning some of them out. Of course, players that left us, I don't think we can see it on here. We can't. A couple were released there. Couple of staff members going out, chief scout and assistant manager leaving us. Brought in a new assistant manager, and Elias, who of course retired at the end of last season. We brought him in as our chief scout. He's not fantastic in the role, I will be completely honest with you. You'd be better off as a scout. But we had an opening, so yeah, we signed him up as chief scout, which is very, very nice. In terms of the league, a couple of games have been played already. ProTap currently sitting top of the league. Season preview has us down in 8th position, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think we're definitely going to be finishing higher than that. And obviously, 10-1 odds is still pretty decent for that sort of position. Behind Sarawak United, who both came down last season, are the favourites to go straight back up there. But We have our first game of the season here against Johor DT. Of course, the team that can't be promoted from this league. And let's bring Ishmael in there. That attacking midfielder role. Can we get Cristaldo in? We can indeed. And see what the assistant wants on the bench. So obviously we've got all the youth teams and everything loaded up here as well, but I think this is a pretty decent team to kick off our season. Eurovision in goal, Ramli, Ismail, Saad and Shufi at the back. Delira and Harun in the centre of midfield. Shawal, Cristaldo and Jose behind Aziman up top for us. Couple of players need squad numbers. We'll auto them. 6 changes from our last friendly match, which is to be expected. And hopefully we can get our season off to a good start, because that hasn't really been the case in any of the seasons so far. This is the first club where we've really come in and hit the ground running. Of course, we had a couple of defeats in the cup last season, but in the league we're still unbeaten at this club as manager. So hopefully we can continue that run all through the season. Who doesn't want an unbeaten season? As we get 15 minutes into our first game, we haven't had a highlight yet. We have had 75% of the ball. It is now slowly dropping. Omar clears the ball downfield, and Jose probably could have hit it there, but instead he beats his man easily into the box and does hit it straight in the hands of Omar this time. But that was nice work from him. Nice to see him on his first appearance. Is it Jose or is it Jose? As the ball comes to back post, Cristaldo brings it down instead of shooting. Ishmael to Harun. It's just wide of the post. It's going to be a goal kick. I assume it's Jose, actually. Jose Mourinho. Let me know. It probably is Jose. Because it's Brazilian, they speak Portuguese, so yeah, I don't particularly know. Shufi heads on, Cristaldo cuts inside a little flick. See, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. They say regens aren't the thing anymore. Cristiano Ronaldo right there, and he's Argentinian, so you know, bit of Messi in him as well. World beaters, Aziman gets in. That's a great ball, and what a goal that is to kick off the season. That pass from Harun, by the way, was impeccable to find Aziman there running through. We'll see it again here. Saad into Harun, just turns and then left-footed, just finds that gap instantly. He knew where his man was going to be making that run, and it's a great finish as well there to put us 1-0 up with 5 minutes left of this half. It's now a throw-in for us to defend. Cameroon cross comes in, and Tong should have done better. It's a great save from the goalkeeper, Eurovaj. Great save from there, but the header should have been better. Ball cleared out now, and Aziman on it. Is there a counter-attack on here? He's fouled. He had to be brought down there, really, to stop that attack. Ishmael to Delira. Saad. Knocking around at the back, just waiting with the ball, being patient, waiting for them gaps to appear. And I mean, we've got space on this near side, but we switch it instead to Jose, who is just breezing past his man every time. Cross comes in, Aziman gets his second again, second of the season, of course, because it's the first game. Don't know why I said that, but the second of the game for him in 4 minutes now. Just Jose here just brings his man in, little turn of pace, lets him get back, shifts it, and gets a cross in. And Aziman has no right to win that header. Of course, he's taller than Aziz there, the defender, but the defender has to do better with a chance like that. We go into half-time, 2-0 up, and I'm very, very pleased with what I've just seen in that first. We do still need a couple of goals to go top. ProTap obviously had a very, very good first game there against Perales. And half an hour to go. I think they might make our first change here. And Cristaldo's going to switch with Jose, and Zainuddin is going to come on for him. And let's take Shoal off as well for Ada. Couple of the underperforming attacking players. Switch them around, see what Jose can do in that central midfielder role. I don't want to shout anything actually. He runs ball in, Jose gets there, and that is a goal on his debut with the volley. It was a lovely ball in. That's Harun's second assist, again with another fantastic ball. And yeah, it's a lovely finish. The keeper diving at him. You'd expect him to score from a position like that, but we've seen so often in this series that whenever you expect a player to score, they don't tend to score. Delira is going to be our next sub off for Shy Burners. Harun hits one from range and it's just wide from him. And if there's anyone on this team that deserves a goal today, it is him. Can we find that goal to put us joint top? It doesn't look like it. It's going to be a 3-0 victory to kick us off of the season. A dominant game for us. We bossed possession, we bossed the chances. Incredible performance to kick the season off there. And yeah, I just couldn't be happy with that. Our next game is against ProTap. Very early on in the season, we've seen how well they've done. That's what we're going to come back for in the second part of this episode, so I'm going to be right back with you. So, game number 2 this episode against ProTap, who of course won their first game 4-0, and we're going Eurovaj in goal, Ramli, Abdin, Ismail and Shufi at the back, Jasmi and Harun in the centre of midfield, Shawal, Jose in the centre attacking role now, and Cristado out on that left-hand side, and Aziman up top for us. Aru Buena comes onto the bench. Delira drops out. I'm impressed with what I saw from Delira, but I do want to give Aru Buena as well a chance. Potentially off the bench to see what he can do. Like I say, we're only allowed 3 foreign non-Asian players in the squad. So I'm going to give them all a couple of games. I'm going to try and send one of them out on loan. So we'll see. They're in a bit of a fight to stay at the club at the moment, but we are going to be in a fight here to potentially take control of the league very early on in the season. Of course, 22 games to be played in total, so 20 left after this one. And based on that first game alone, these are going to be our main rivals. Aziman finds Cristallo. There is a foul there in the centre, but he plays on, and Jose has his second goal in 2 games, assisted by Cristallo this time. And that's what you want to see. You want to see your new players having an impact like this. There was a trip off the ball here, and the referee apparently didn't play any advantage or anything, but we didn't care at all. Cristallo just stands that ball up in the box, and Jose with a wonderful header. And I would say these 2 players are relatively safe. Throw in, Cristaldo heads it back to Shufi, cross towards the back post. That was offside. Yeah, I'm not even celebrating that. Aziman was clearly offside there. We'll see here. Look how far off he is. Yeah. Wasn't even close. So I saw that coming. Didn't even bother celebrating that one at all. Sarawak are currently playing. They are 0-0. Pahang are winning. They only go on to 4 points. Obviously, Johar up onto 3 points. So, I mean, if things were to stay as they are, again, very, very early in the season, but to take that early advantage would be wonderful. What am I going to do here? Gonna put Shawal in the centre. Aruba Renner onto the right. Cristaldo can come off as Zainuddin. And I think we're going to stick with that for now. A couple of subs at half time, just, keep players fresh as well. As we defend a free kick and we've given away a penalty there. Ishmael pushing Ming, and it's a penalty for ProTap to make it 1-1. Offman is saved by Eurovaj. You love to see that. It's still 1-0. I'm going to tell them to focus because that was a silly mistake. And obviously, perhaps it was a bit too early to be resting players, considering it is only 1-0. But I've got the duty to sort of protect these players here. I'm going to take Ishmael off Assad. That is going to be that final change. We're on positive. We're going to go to cautious. And we're going to praise them for these final 10 minutes. That's a risk. They're not happy being praised. But Jasmine, with a free kick, drills one in. It's headed clear. And there is a potential counter-attack against us here. Long ball forward. Ramley goes back to the goalkeeper, though. Abidin to Jasmine, run out to Zainuddin. Is fouled by Hashim, who's on a booking, and this is going to be down to 10 men. It is down to 10 men. It looks like we may be able to take this win here. It's a throw-in. Flicked on, header clear. And a long ball forward. Ramley is going to get to that. Play it sensible. He just knocks it down the line. That's not very sensible, to be quite honest with you. And the ball out on that far side. Abdul Razak pulls a cross in, and it's a credible block there from Abdin. And I mean, we shouldn't have to be going defensive against 10 men, but we are doing. Into stoppage time. There's 4 minutes. We're into the last of that, and it's back-to-back wins to kick off the season, back-to-back clean sheets as well. And yeah, I mean that's the best start to the season we could have hoped for. Sarat came from behind to win 2-1 against our former club, Kuchin. So they join us on 6 points up at the top from 2 games. Perfect start for both of us. Juravac gets man of the match. Made some great saves. Well done to you. Next episode, we're going to come back for the Pila FA second round. If we make it through to the third round, we'll do the third round as well in that episode. If not, we'll play Saba as well. That is going to be in tomorrow's episode. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new here and you're enjoying what you're seeing as well. Until tomorrow, stay safe. I'll see you then. Bye now.